Our 70 years of success was not from luck or coincidence, but from our determination, effort, and passion in the eyewear. Throughout 3 generations who inherited the will of our founder, we developed the business from our former humble optical store to a one-stop service business with full coverage of every aspects in the eyewear industry. But success hasn't come easy. Our journey in the eyewear business was started by Mr. Prateep and Mr. Kamron Prajaktham. The 2 brothers began their career at a watch store during World War II. Both of our founders were gradually accumulating funds as they eventually decided to open their own retail store by renting a commercial building in Banmore area. In 1951, Mr. Prateep and Mr. Kamron rented a commercial building at Wang Burapha area to open their first eyewear store under the name NamsilpThai.
ผมได้ทุนมาจากเตีย 7,000 บาททั้งหมดที่มาสร้างนำสินเนี่ย 7,000 บาทนี่ทำตู้นะทำอะไรซื้อของอะไรนี่หมดแล้วของที่ขายเนี่ยต้องเชื่อเขาอีกผมเปิดนำสินทีแรกนะไม่ถึง7 วันนะบอมตู้เตอร์แตกหมดเลยยังไม่ได้ทันขายอะไรเลยนะหมดเลยขึ้นต้นลำบากมากอ่ะเป็นเท่าแก่มาถึง7 วันพังหมดเลยก็ยังไงก็ต้องสู้
After the end of World War II
ทีนี้ญี่ปุ่นมันมีของอะไรต้องคล้ายๆว่าถูกยึดอ่ะทีนี้รถไฟเนี่ยมันข้างในพอดีมีพลาสติกชนิดนี้นะหน้าต่างเครื่องบินมีอยู่3 ข้อ 2ซื้อหมดเลย
ตอนนั้นพี่ชายเนี่ยเขาไปหัดทางซ่อมนาฬิกาพอหัดเป็นแล้วเขามาเปิดที่บ้านซ่อมนาฬิกาอยู่หลายปีเหมือนกัน2 ปี 3 ปีได้มามีอยู่วันหนึ่งได้แผ่นพลาสติกกลมๆแจ็คกดมาขาย
นี่ของเสียแล้วอ่ะมันเหลืองแล้วแตกหมดเลยอ่ะแต่ผมดูปุ๊บผมรู้ว่าของดีจริงๆมันใช้ได้เฉพาะผมคนเดียวแล้วผมทำอะไรถึงทำได้รู้ไหมเอาไปต้มเวลาต้มเสร็จแล้วนะไอ้เหลืองกับแตกมันอยู่ด้วยกันไอ้ข้างบนนี่กลายเป็นขาวเลยเสร็จแล้วมาขายนะกำไรหลายหมื่นเนี่ยขึ้นต้นทีแรกเลยพอเลยจากนั้นทำเป็นหน้าปัดนาฬิกาและไอ้ที่ข้างๆเนี่ยทำเป็นแว่นตากรอบแว่นตาเลยเนี่ยเริ่มต้นที่ทำแว่นตาเพราะเรื่องนี้ที่แรกไม่ตั้งใจจะขายทำอันหนึ่งสวยๆให้เพื่อนบอกเลือกไปใช้เท่าแก่เขาเห็นเพื่อนผมเขาใส่แว่นอันนี้มันเป็นเขาล้นเลยสายแจ๋วเลยแล้วสวยด้วยแล้วไม่มีใครมีเลยเขาเลยติดต่อมาให้ผมแล้วสุดท้ายเท่าแก่เขาซื้อผม100 อัน
The founders had realized that in the era, the most advantageous position in the market were the wholesalers. Therefore, NamsilpThai Optical Store had been gradually transforming itself from an ordinary eyewear shop to a wholesale business. With the goal in mind, our founders had taken the initiative to travel abroad in search for manufacturers in order to build the foundation of the wholesale business. The wholesale business was gradually growing from the distribution of quality frames and lenses imported from premium manufacturers in Germany and Japan. Even with all of the success, the founders still had passion in the retail sector and decided to work on it in parallel with the wholesale business. At that time, they had another eyewear store in Wang Burapha area called Samyot Ganwen. In 1962, they had expanded their business to mineral lenses manufacturer by the establishment known as Thai Optical Company Limited, or TOC, which is considered as the first mineral lenses factory in Thailand. Later, Mr. Sarot Prajaktham, the younger brother of the two, had come to assist the business operation. During the period when retail stores like Hallwan grew and prospered, another business chain in Prajaktham family was also developing in a good direction, which is the wholesale business of optical frames and lenses under the name NamsilpThai Co Limited. During this time, Mrs. Pornpan Totakul came to assist Mr. Kamron and also involved in pushing forward the export business. At that time, the products of NamsilpThai were not only sold in Thailand, but also exported to foreign countries. In 1991, it was another year of great important change to the Prajaktham family. Thai Optical Group Company or TOG was registered and established as an optical plastic lens casting factory with Dr. Sawang Prajaktham and Mr. Sarod Prajaktham, brothers of Mr. Patip and Mr. Kamron, holding the executive positions. Also, Mr. Virat Prajaktham took the role of Deputy Managing Director and Sales Executive. Under the management of Mr. Virat, it was considered as the flourishing era for NamsilpThai. NamsilpThai has been selected to be the official distributor of eyewear frames for many famous brands from Europe and Asia. While it was an era where consumers played a greater role in the market, Mr. Virat was able to align the consumers' demand together with the business of the Prajaktham family. Mr. Virat gave importance to the manufacturing materials and lens designs. TOC and TOG understood his vision and cooperated perfectly as well. This was the first step to create awareness for eyewear retailers and consumers to pay more attention to their optical lenses. Moreover, NamsilpThai Co Limited was also the distributor of indispensable machines, equipment, and tools used in optical business. This would be an important step for NamsilpThai to become a one-stop service eyewear wholesaler. Nowadays, the third generation under the management of Mr. Yosanan Prajaktham and Mrs. Shalini Lausuwan, the executive of NamsilpThai Co Limited, Mr. Jamon Ramani, and Mr. Shakhon Totakul, the executive of NamsilpThai Eyewear Co Limited. The new generation's working style is mainly focused on paying attention to customers' specific needs to achieve the highest satisfaction to build sustainable growth of the company. Another person which needs to be mentioned is Mr. Paki Prajaktham, the executive of Hallwan Group. He continued the success of the founders with the determination to build sustainable growth to the company. In the past, the retail stores under the name Hallwan had only a few branches. Nowadays, Hallwan became a retail chain with over 100 domestic branches and 9 overseas branches. Furthermore, the store's design and image went through significant transformation with contemporary store design and modernized merchandises to keep pace with the consumers' growing demand. NamsilpThai Co Limited today has been molded from a small eyewear shop under the name NamsilpThai throughout its 70 years journey. NamsilpThai Co Limited and NamsilpThai Eyewear Co Limited are now trusted by many eyewear retailers across the country as a consultant and supplier for their business. We can see the seamless transition between generations from our founder, the talented inventor Mr. Patip Prajaktham, along with his younger brother, Mr. Kamron Prajaktham, who truly understands and carried on his brother's vision, to the current executives in the third generation that diligently continue developing the family's business. We promise to take care of our dear customers with honesty and quality products. We will be your loyal one-stop service partner and ensure satisfaction to your optical business.